All right, guys, before I get ready to start this show, I want to let you guys know that today is my birthday. I cannot be any more thankful than what I am right now. Just a blessing to see another year. And I want to try to make the most of it, but I had to do this show for you guys. Just got back in town so I could do this show because there's a lot to talk about. Hopefully, you guys enjoy. And I'm just thankful. I really am. I hope you guys enjoy the show. All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 493 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. I am back from Atlanta. Had a quick business trip to take. My wife is going through some things right now as far as her career. It looks like it's going to be on the up and up. So there's going to be some changes going on my end in the coming months. Nothing set in stone yet. So just stay tuned on how things are going here because everything's going to be very positive, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. Came back home, and there's a lot to talk about. I could not keep quiet about this, and we really need to get into this. First and foremost, if this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. I'm also on Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts if you want to listen to the show at your own leisure. Also, one more thing before I get into this, because there's going to be a lot to talk about today. This show is sponsored by BetUS. It is the affiliate link down in the description. Click that link, put some money down, and you can get some wages in for any team that you want to bet on or whatever the case may be, players, the World Cup, anything of that nature, all of that, NFL, NBA, MMA, esports. Check all that stuff out right now. Put your wages down. Put $100 down, and you'll get a 125% bet book bonus. That means you double your money out the gate, and you can go ahead and try to win some of that money for Christmas. Times is coming up, so go ahead and look into some of these teams and what they're doing, and hopefully you'll be successful at that. With that being said, I got all of that out of the way. Thank you guys for the support. Any other type of links you want to click down in the description to help support the show, it all helps in some form or fashion. Like button, share button, all of that. Let's go ahead and get into this because this is something that really needs to be addressed. Marcus Mariota is no longer the starting quarterback of the Falcons. We kind of know that now. Desmond Ridder is the starter. Do I think it's going to be a big change or something big can happen? Honestly, I don't know, but you cannot deny that this is a step in the right direction at this point. 5-8, out of these 8 losses, I can name almost 5, maybe 6 of the 8 losses is solely on poor quarterback play. I explained this many of times, and I've gotten to the point where I'm done with Mariota. I'm not saying that Ritter's the savior, but we know what we had on the field was not working. Coach finally realized that as well, made the change, I think, last Thursday. All of a sudden, Mariota is, quote-unquote, need knee surgery or getting his knee looked at. He's been placed on IR. He's walked away from the team. A lot of people don't know if he quit. A lot of people don't know if if he's still being a team player, was really injured. He was playing on a bum knee. I'm going to tell you this right now. It looks fishy to me, and the way I look at it, I really don't care. It don't matter if he quit or not. The thing about him is he had poor quarterback play for 7, 8, 9. You can make it a distinction that has been almost 10 weeks that he had poor quarterback play, and he should not have been a starting quarterback. So wherever the case may be that he's gone or not going to be on the team for the rest of the year, he should not return back. And with that being said, we need to move forward with what we have, whether it be Ridder, Logan Woodside, or anybody else we bring in at this point, because the Falcons need to move forward with what we have. And I'm not going to sit here and talk completely down about the Falcons because for the most part, we have overachieved, but we could have done better if we had better quarterback play. I firmly believe that, and I will continue to say that to the end of the season. And anybody want to do a retrospective on this season, I'll go back and say, out of the losses we have, 5 of those losses on poor quarterback play. I've been trying to tell people this. I've been on other shows telling people this. I've been saying this on Twitter, and people look at me crazy. Now, all of a sudden, before this whole situation about Marcus Mariota possibly leaving the team and quitting, some people starting to really echo what I've been saying that, okay, maybe there's some truth to that. Look, listen, everybody knew what was going on, but nobody wanted to say anything. You had some Mariota stands, you had some people that was all for the team and saying it was a team loss, and no, some of these losses were not team losses. I'm sorry. It's okay to point out what's wrong with the team. I don't care if a team cannot run the ball or cannot stop the run. I don't care if a team can't run the ball. I don't care what's going on there. But those factors, for the most part, was not the detrimental part of this team when the defense can give up X amount of running yards, but still only give up 19 to 21 points. To me, that sounds like a pretty good defense, because the best stat, that the most important stat on defense, is points allowed. And they didn't allow that many points. And I will say that for at least the last 5 weeks. And for that being said, we should have been able to score more than these other teams that we played against. Point blank, period. But it starts with the person who has the ball in his hand. It's the quarterback. So it don't matter if he quit or not. It just don't. Because we need to move forward and see what we got in the next 4 games. Does that mean that we're going to win the next 4? I'm not really sure. I don't know. But I know what we wasn't going to do if Marcus stayed on the team and played. I know what was going to happen because we saw it throughout the entire season. So with that being said, we need to start realizing what's going on with these teams. And I'm not just talking about just content creators. I'm talking about us as fans. Sometimes it's okay to voice your opinion about what the hell is going on with this team. If somebody's not covering right, if somebody's not tackling correctly, if somebody, aren't blocking right, if somebody continues to drop passes over and over again, they need to be called out. There are individuals certain individuals that can cost the team wins and losses. Matter of fact, you kind of saw it last year with Jalen Mayfield. Jalen Mayfield was probably the main reason why Matt Ryan was running for his life. Well, I ain't going to say running. Main reason why Matt Ryan couldn't get any protection. He was probably the main reason. I will say 90% of the main reason. You take him out, you put other guys in, and look, not only that, with Marcus Mariota has pretty much stayed upright for the most part, we even had a pretty good running game. Put to the point where we could have been well past the 7 games that we had last year. And I ain't going to say well past. We could have been at the 7 game mark where we won last year with better quarterback play. And that just reminds me, Marcus Mariota saying he's out with a knee injury and he is going to get a scope and he's placed on IR. Look, I'm not a doctor. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even spend time at Flowery Branch. But what I will say is this knee wasn't bothering you at all, none this year. You can go back. Did anybody hear about him being on the injured list anytime this year about this chronic knee injury or chronic knee pain? Or did he just not say anything up until now? It's very convenient that you say that now once you're not going to be playing. You're the team player. You're the leader. Everybody got high praises of you. You've been fist bumping Desmond Ridder this entire time. But as soon as you find out that you're not going to be the starting quarterback, now you got a knee injury. You're not even cool enough to sit around and try to continue to mentor this guy for the next 4 games. Yeah, I know you had a child brought into this world. Congratulations. I know how it is. You may have to take time off for that. But at least you can sit there and say that's the reason why you're leaving instead of as a knee injury. It makes it more believable. It makes it more believable when you say that. But now we're sitting here looking like, okay, it's a knee now. Did you quit? Quite frankly, I don't care if he did or not. But to me, it's just very deceitful to even put that out there like that if that's the case. Now, I know he hasn't made an official statement. I know he hasn't said anything. And I know some people are probably going to be saying, well, Marcus didn't say anything. We don't know. Yeah, I get that. We don't know because he didn't say anything. But the actions of what's going on says otherwise. Sometimes we can read people by their actions. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. It's okay. And look, I'm not an expert. I don't get things wrong. And I don't think get things right. But I think that's what makes this show actually more unique than others, because I don't have a problem having an opinion and keeping it as is. I don't have a hot take. I'm not a hot take type of guy. I just tell you based on what I see, and I try to make sense of it. If I'm wrong, life goes on. I'll be back here tomorrow doing the show again. But what I will not do, I will not ride for anybody that's a detriment for this team. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I've seen too many people do it, and they say that, oh, this is the reason. Oh, that's the reason. Oh, this is what's going on. That's what's going on. No. This person sucks, and he's the reason why. Or this person sucks, and they need to be replaced. It is what it is. The numbers don't lie. The play on the field don't lie. What I see on the field don't lie. And double back to Jalen Mayfield, which I said that he was probably one of the reasons why the line was so bad. I gave him the benefit of the doubt because he was a rookie. Maybe you have to go through the growing pains to learn. Unlike somebody who's been around for 7.5 years, 8 years. Same thing I'll give with Desmond Ridder. He's a rookie. I don't expect him to blow the doors off the wall going in and playing against the Saints. I would like to see him do that, but I don't expect it. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he has the same type of play as Marcus Mariota has this season, because he's a rookie. Now, what I would like to see him to get better throughout the next 4 games and probably show us something in the offseason, going into the next season. I would like to see that. But if you're still rolling in this type of production in year 2, I'm probably going to start looking at another quarterback as well. Because the thing about this is you can only react to what you see. I don't make predictions. I don't sit out here and tell you what I think is going to happen. Not for the most part anyway. But even if I do that, it's going to be based on some type of sense. Not trying to be a hot take to get people riled up. I don't do that. Because whatever I say, and if it makes common sense and I'm wrong about it, I'm okay with doubling back and say, you know what I thought at the time made sense, and I was wrong. Compared to, oh man, I'm just going to say this because this is what I feel. No, I don't know. It's not that. A lot of people get into this content creating business, in podcast business. They do all of this. They do this to get a lot of engagement, and I get it. I'm here for that. I want the engagement that you guys give me as well. But what I will not do is say things that I know that I can't back up, or I can't say things that I don't feel that there's going to have some substance behind it. I'm just not. It's not even fair to you guys, the listener, or people who watch on YouTube and Rumble. It's not even fair to you guys for me to even do that. So when I say the things I say about Marcus Mariota, I have things to back up behind it. You look at the games that happened that we lost. The fumble here, the interception there, the bad placement here, the tuck and roll when he was rolling on the ground, throwing the ball in the air. The bad decisions, the overthrows. This is why I say what I say about Marcus Mariota. It's not because I don't like him and I like Ridder. No, look, Ridder does the same thing. He's going to get the same reaction I get. And that's the thing. It's a reaction. I'm going to give you praise if you do a phenomenal job. Tyler Algier has done a phenomenal job this season as a rookie running back. The offensive line has done a phenomenal job getting guys in space to run the football. But I don't know, to be honest, none of us know if it's going to be sustainable for the next 4 games. We don't know if Desmond Ridder is going to be lights out the next 4 games. We don't, for all we care, but for all we know, Drake London could turn around and have 2, 3, or maybe even 4 150-yard plus games coming up because of the new quarterback play. We just don't know. The main thing is we're just going to have to react to what we see. I ain't going to say we, but that's what I'm going to do. So I don't care what Marcus Mariota does. My thing is, the reason why I don't care is because his production on the field was poor. I don't care if he quit, because he should have been gone 4 or 5 weeks ago, in my opinion. He should have been gone since like week 6. So for people to sit there and say, oh man, it looked like he quit on the team. You know what? Look, I think he's a nice guy, but based on what's going on with my team and us trying to win football games, you were a reason why we didn't win more games than we did, in my opinion. I don't want to say that you should have lost your job. You know, I really don't want to say it, but what do you see out there? You think you should stay on the field? I hate to say it, because I know it just sounds like I contradicted myself. I hate to say it, but what do you do when you have that type of production? Really? And that goes for anybody else on the Falcons who haven't been producing at a high level or at a competent level. You know, people say a lot of things for the sake of conversation. I'm not going, I don't knock them. Do what you got to do. I'm not knocking you for it. But at the same time, I'm just going to sit here and be like, is that really the conversation we need to be having? Is that really the substance of what we need to be talking about? I don't know what Ridder is going to do. I don't know. I know what Marcus has done, but I don't know what Desmond Ridder is going to do. So we're just going to have to wait and see on Sunday when they play the Saints and go from there. It's the only way to do it. I just don't know what else to say on that end. It just, that's the only thing you can do. The main thing is we have a new quarterback under center right now. We'll have to see what he can do. I want the best for him. I want him to go out there and win games. I want him to be the best damn quarterback that he could be. But if he's not, you best believe I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. Maybe we're not with the same vitriol or the same venom that I have now on Mariota, because it's his very first game. I'm not even going to give him a pass, but I'm not going to sit here and just say, oh, everything's fine. No, it's just, there's going to be some things that we're going to see that we like and dislike, and we can talk about it in a sensible fashion. I mean, I think that's the only way that that's the only way that we can do that. It's the only way that we'll be able to do that, is to actually talk about it in a sensible fashion. If he does great, yes. If he doesn't do great, let's talk about it. But what we're not going to talk about, and to be honest, there's no reason to talk about Marcus Mariota anymore, and no more. Not when it pertains to the Falcons. He's been replaced. We brought in another quarterback. They claim that it's injury based, but coach says performance based, and I believe that. Marcus felt like he couldn't do it no more. He left. He said it was a knee injury that we never heard of all season. Maybe he's telling the truth. Maybe he's not. But when you start looking at the scenario, go down the list. Never had the knee never was an issue. Never was on the injury report all season. Maybe it was nagging. Maybe he didn't tell anybody, which is another thing. You don't tell nobody about an injury until now that you get replaced. Oh, now I got a knee injury. I'm going to see an outside doctor to see if I can get placed on IR. Man, Coach Smith said, fine. I'm going to get Logan Woodside. We're going to try to make this happen with the quarterback that we've been developing for the past 10, 11, 12, 13 weeks. And we're going to rock with him, which is really, that's the right move. If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast. If you like this let me say that again. If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm about to get out of here. I think I said enough. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble, Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. If you like any of this commentary, click those links down in the description. Support this show any way you would like. All the monetary links that you want to hit, that's great. If not, it's cool either way. As long as you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Click that link for BetUS. Go ahead and put some wagers down on any of these games. MMA, esports, basketball, World Cup is still going on. Any of that stuff, put $100 down, get 125% bet book bonus. Try to win some of that extra money. I think I said my piece. I think I said enough. I'm going to get up out of here. I did not say this earlier, which I will say it now. It is my birthday, and I'm going to celebrate it, but I had to come here and talk about this. And I'm just going to go ahead and enjoy myself and really do something nice for myself. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all guys take it easy. You guys be blessed. Peace.